bigtractorpower.com is following the 2016 Western Kentucky fall tillage operations, and we're out in the field today with a John Deere 9420R four-wheel drive, as well as a Wishek 862NT disc. So you can see this big disc is working up the ground, getting it ready to seed into winter wheat. Here in Western Kentucky, the corn crop is followed by winter wheat. This Wishek disc does a fantastic job in preparing the field to be seeded into wheat. The 420 horsepower John Deere 9420R is well equipped to pull this 26-foot Wishek disc. Wishek discs do an impressive job. This model is putting down 520 pounds of down pressure on 30-inch blades that are set 13 inches apart as it works its way across the field. This plow can do the same work that a moldboard plow would do in working up the field. It can really bury the residue, and it's impressive to watch. That's a lot of weight on those blades, putting down 520 pounds on each one. Wishek discs are produced by AGCO Amity Corporation. It's a 50-50 partnership between AGCO and the Amity Corporation, which produces Will Rich products and Wishek. The 862NT disc is also sold in sunflower colors overseas in Europe as a Challenger. There's also Will Rich versions, as well as the traditional green Wishek that we see working out here in the field. Here on the 26-foot models, we can see the AGCO Amity serial tag. You can see that production is moved to Wapaton, North Dakota. Hopefully I've said that correctly. But these discs are part of the AGCO family of products under the Sunflower brand name, and through Amity they're also produced as a lighter model under the Will Rich brand name, and they're sold in Europe under the Challenger brand. So there's a lot of variations of these big discs. But no matter what color of paint they have on them, they do a great job of plowing with these 30-inch blades. And Wishek patented this big disc design way back in 1985. We're up in the cab of the John Deere 9420R four-wheel drive, and Here we can see the 26-foot Wishek behind us going into the ground and plowing up the corn stalks. These discs just do a tremendous job in burying residue and working up the ground to make it light and fluffy and ready to seed. You can see the tractor's monitor from the green star. Just maps its way back and forth across the field. You can see that you don't have to have any hands on the steering wheel. The tractor just drives itself along on a straight line. This John Deere 9420R is using Green Star GPS mapping to help the tractor stay on perfect 26-foot passes as it works across the field. That yellow globe up there is communicating with the satellite to help steer the tractor and move it through the tillage process. Here we can see those big 30-inch blades just cutting through the stalks and turning over the soil. There is a pair of John Deere 9420Rs and 26-foot Wishek discs working out here in the field today. They are part of a larger tillage crew that are getting the ground ready for the 2017 wheat crop. There are also 4 34-foot Wishek 862NT discs just working down the road. They're all part of this farm. In addition to the big 34-foot Wishek 862NT disc, the farm runs 2 26-foot discs. This is a 2015 Wishek working its way across the ground. These smaller discs actually put out a little bit more weight per pound. They put out 520 pounds of down pressure on the 30-inch blades, where the 34-foot models put out 508. The farm uses these smaller discs on their John Deere 9420Rs. They're 420 horsepower tractors, so they're well equipped to pull these big heavy 26-foot discs. We've got a pair of 9420Rs and Wishek discs out here in the field. This 9420R is pulling the new 2016 Wishek disc that just arrived on the farm this week. These 9420Rs and the 26-foot discs are working separately from the 4 34-foot models. These tractors are knocking out some of the smaller fields the farm has, and it's a little more efficient to split up the tillage crew and get as much ground worked in a day as possible rather than just putting all the tractors in one field. These 30-inch blades spaced at 13 inches apart really put a lot of pull on the tractor, and having 420 horsepower under the hood is very helpful to get through these corn stalks and get them plowed under. Here we can see a low place in the field where water drowned out the crop, and it has about waist-high crabgrass and Bermuda grass that's growing. And we'll see this big Wishek disc just absolutely bury it and have it ready to sow into wheat. 520 pounds of down pressure on this Wishek disc on 30-inch blades spaced at 13 inches really digs up the field. And it's like it wasn't even there. After this Wishek is finished plowing up the field, the farmer will simply run a McFarlane harrow as a drag to smooth it out, and it'll be ready to sow into wheat. The farm has a few McFarlane harrows running behind the Wishek discs. There are 6 Wisheks disking up the corn crop, burying 10,000 acres of corn residue as it gets ready to seed its winter wheat crop. And these McFarlane harrows follow the big Wisheks, and we've got a 420 horsepower John Deere 9420R pulling this harrow. We also have a 8245R John Deere and a 7210R John Deere on a harrow working out in the field this evening. These harrows don't take a lot of effort to pull, and the farm just has a few extra tractors that aren't involved in heavy tillage working. Usually the 7210R is used for utility work on batwing mowing or mowing and baling hay. The 8245R is also used for batwing work in the tobacco fields here on the farm. And then this 9420R is a planter and grain cart and ripper tractor during the year, and it is just an extra tractor right now to have a little extra horsepower to pull one of these harrows around, as 2 other 9420Rs are out disking, along with the big 9620Rs and the MT 875C Challenger that's also disking. We hope that you've enjoyed this bigtractorpower.com video featuring the Wishek 862NT 26-foot disc and 9420R John Deere 4-wheel drives. If you'd like to see more big farm machines in action, visit our website, bigtractorpower.com, to link directly to our YouTube channel with over 1,000 videos of big farm machines in action, and our Facebook page where we share pictures of farm equipment on a daily basis. Thank you for watching.